Hello everyone, I'm Professor. I would like to record and I would like to present my participatory map in presentation. So here's all my study areas in VNG. I mainly focus on half of VNG. Actually, VNG is quite big, but it's kind of difficult to find the information, exact data. So I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 areas. So here, mostly we can find more information around elementary school, office, UN, like big office. So here, select an elementary school. I find out 2 times in the daytime and in the evening. It's quite difficult. It's quite different. For the morning time, AQI it's 36, which is quite good. But for the evening, it have more. Like the data is increasing because people come and take down their students, or there are lots of cars are using in the daytime instead of morning. And yeah, daytime and evening have more increasing. So 0 to 5 mean good and 51 to 100 mean moderate. So we can say that one is 36, so it's quite good. Okay, what about this? Chonpat Elementary Secondary School. So for this one, I found out like 3:30 p.m. it's 115 AQI, but at 7 o'clock I find out 160, so it's really higher in the evening. Yeah. Normally, like nighttime have more air pollution rate. And also this one here is also the same, 65 to 142 at 707. So which mean unhealthy and quite very dangerous. Here are also the same, 55 at around 1 p.m. ICT, but 152 at 707 ICT. So it's very dangerous to go out in the evening, but in the morning, quite okay. Yeah. So these are some areas that I can find out. So here I made it the study areas and I show them with the star and colors. So yellow mean moderate, orange mean unhealthy, and red mean very bad. Yeah, very unhealthy for sensitive people. So we can find out like that. So now I'm gonna go to my presentation. So my study areas are VNG and Saidani district and Chompat district, and then like Chantaboli district and Benspendong and Ningsen Avenue. This is which is in VNG. The other 2 are also in capital of Vientiane. So my targeted area are Vientiane and it's different district. So here's the data that I can see. So I'm gonna show you this one. For the Lacan secondary school, we cannot find out the data in the evening. Morning 4 p.m. is the updated one. So we can see the high is 231 in Sunday and lower is 30. So which means very unhealthy in these days. Yeah, especially Sunday, it's quite violent, like which mean the highest one, the most dangerous situation. I think Sundays people go out alone and they use a lot of vehicle, cars, motorbike. Vientiane is very Vientiane in Vientiane people use a lot of bus, car and motorbike because they don't use public transportation a lot, and public transportation are not very famous in Vientiane. Here, another one is Ministry of Natural Resources and Environmental Office. You can see the 135, which is very unhealthy, and also Sunday, right? For violent color, so you, which being very unhealthy. So we can see less green in that area in this day. The highest one is 219 and the worst is 37. So which is not really good and very sensitive. But we can find out like around 7, and which is very unhealthy. Here it's Santet Secondary School. I got really surprised that they are very dangerous. I'm living in that area, so I'm quite worried about my health situation as well. Whenever I go outside, I mostly feel that unhealthy air and pollution every day. Here, it's mostly Sundays, mandates are very polluted. The highest one is 175. I don't know, like I want to say that there are lots of people, a lot of the roads are very busy around the school, the office, so their situation is their air pollution condition is quite bad. Here as well. You know, violence, very unhealthy situation, like which means they are happening around the school. So I would like to say that when people go take their children, they should use less car and vehicle. For example, like they should use school bus, ferries, instead of everyone go take their children. So that kind of system is not very popular in VNG. I think there is no school bus. I've never seen that school bus or ferry very often here. But in Myanmar, we have like buses and then school bus. So that lots of people can use one vehicle and it can make less pollution and less traffic jam. So yeah. And yeah, another one is also UNICEF, which are in the main road of VNG. So yeah, as you see, like 155, very unhealthy as well. So 181, the highest is 181 PM and 49. So which is very scary to live. Not only in VNG, like I when I use a map, and I saw so many places in Bangladesh and then India, they have more air pollution rate than Laos and Thailand. But sadly, I cannot find any update information about Myanmar as well. Here is the purpose of the research. So I rely on the primary data collection of aqicn.org. You can also visit that website and you can see the world air pollution rate. Another one is iqair.com. So I use two website, and then I only choose. I try to use 10, but I cannot find the actual data, so I can find out 8 for the specific areas. Of course, I can find a lot of location of the whole Laos, but I don't want to be very broad of my research paper, so I want to be more specific. So I choose only 8 locations. So these are also cited from the digital map from this website, and I use that data from that one. So on my data, on my map as well, you can also click and you can get the data. And I think I'm not very satisfied with my map because I'm not very good at mapping and finding the information about air pollution in Laos. So yeah, I have some weaknesses on my map, I know. Here's so I can also show some map table and chart as well here. So this is the risk finding that I can make. What kinds of pollutions, what kinds of air pollution type causes mostly in Vietnam? First one is vehicle emission, especially daily, every day, especially rush hours because of motorbike, trucks, tuk-tuk, and harm level is very high. Another one is open burning. They use 2 to 3 times a week in the house, every like households, markets, around the market. They use that one. Factory smoke. Of course, there are lots of mining factory like projects are happening from like neighboring countries. They choose Laos because this is more cheaper, and yeah, this is mean like environmental inequality. Rich people, developed people choose poor people to work or to do business, to have a factories, project, and then mining. So which is called like SDG. I forgot the number, but like property, and then like pollutions, air pollutions. Like and also decks on construction, stagnant water as well. Here's the sun project that I can find out. Pubier mining, because of that one in 2005, we have got lots of impact, deforestation, water contamination, and then subpon mine because of this one, soil erosions, community displacements, rare earth expansions, chemical spray, fish dying off. I also put the resources on the next slide, and also iron mining, of course, in way that's river banks, degradation. So what I found out is because of the project and because of the environmental inequality, so poor countries affected more than rich country. At the same time, and this is called environmental racism. Like rich people are free, and because they have money, and they can protect. They can protect more for the environmental disaster, air pollutions, and like flooding, drought. They can also do some support to the people, but for the poor people, government doesn't work a lot. They cannot do preparation and support to the victims. So like because of the environmental inequalities, so these are happens, and people also should aware of that environmental climate change and environmental pollutions are because of humans, and humans need to take responsibility for what they did. So this is the important one, to aware and to take responsibility for the consequences. But the difficult one is people do not aware that one. It's okay, I don't need to take responsibility for the air pollutions. Someone will take responsibility. So this is kind of, like there is no self guilty for the environmental changes, because which is not happening right now, which is not affecting right now, it can affect our generation very soon, who will take responsibility for that. So I don't want to take I don't want to give the unhealthy wealth to our generation. So I want to say that everyone needs to take responsibility, and everyone needs to take care of our world as much as we can. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.